Welcome to my channel. In the 1900s, women finally enjoyed the freedom of having their own car, but that meant taking care of the maintenance themselves. But I don't think they minded. Now it's time for us to read a newspaper together. We will be reading the Seattle Post-Intelligencer from Seattle, Washington, dated May 21st, 1927. The big headline story is Lindbergh winging way over ocean. Lone eagle, flying high, turns eastward from Newfoundland. Flying obliquely toward the dawn, Lucky Lindbergh was on his pioneering way to France tonight. His progress between 7:52 o'clock this morning, when he hopped off, until dark tonight, showed that he was running as true to schedule as an express train. The first few hours of the flight were shrouded in uncertainty, causing no small amount of concern. Taking the air in a swirling fog, Charles Lindbergh disappeared from sight, and hours passed before it was learned definitely that he was holding to his course, like the veteran airman that he is. Did you know that Lindbergh took along a kitten on his flight? The newspaper says, "It is interesting to think of the young man high above the ocean, steering by compass, looking ahead through a periscope, conversing with the kitten about his chances of success. The kitten does not know where the flying machine is going at 100 miles per hour. This one's interesting. Where one city, New York, had 12,000 public saloons before Prohibition, it now has 20,000 speakeasies, private saloons. A New Yorker accused of running a cabaret without a license indignantly told the judge, "I run no cabaret, it's a speakeasy." The judge fined him $10. In rum days, a saloon license would have cost him $1,500 a year. Grandma's Girl. Colleen Moore and her grandma, Mrs. Mary Kelly, 85, who accompanied the motion picture star when, as an unknown little girl of 14, she arrived in Hollywood to become a film actress. Mrs. Kelly, speaking in a soft Irish brogue, says she always knew Colleen would make a name for herself. Did you ever wonder how these actresses stayed in shape? Well, stay tuned to the end of this video to see the funny way they exercised. Eat with me, Mrs. Van. My 65 cents special Sunday menu, served from 4:30 to 8. Vegetable okra, soup, snowflakes, Mrs. Van's sweet tomato pickles, and a choice of roast spring lamb, fresh mint sauce or jelly, or salmon trout. And for dessert, cherry cobbler with whipped cream at the Waldorf Hotel Cafe, 7th Avenue entrance, corner of Pike Street. Coming a big time, Wednesday, June 1st, Montana Dance. Tuck this date in your hatband. Rosario Beach, the finest saltwater resort on Puget Sound. 50 furnished tent houses and cabins, free picnic grounds for thousands, all facilities for large group, picnics, or just the family, community stoves, tables, benches, running water, saltwater baths for bathing, chicken dinners served, lunch excursions about the Sound. Make reservations now for cabins for Memorial Day. Start Sunday at the Winter Garden Theater, John Barrymore, the world's greatest actor in the greatest role of love's history, the beloved rogue. Here is indeed the picture of the year and the mightiest of all, Barrymore's, a tremendous spectacle, 25 cents. Out of gas. I remember, with a gentle sigh, alas, how one day in mid-September my old bus ran out of gas. With becoming resignation, I walked back 2 miles or so till I found a service station. That was just 10 years ago. Such a mishap spoiled one's pleasure, and one's joyful spirits sank. Night and morning, we would measure up the contents of our tank. When for distant scenes we headed, we'd fill up with all she'd hold, for an empty tank we dreaded in those touring days of old. That's been changed by competition. Yesterday my motor died. I was right in my suspicion that the tank was dry inside. Did I feel exasperated? Rue the day that I was born? No, my needs I indicated by the tooting of my horn. From the corner, from the distance, raced my way an eager band, servicemen and their assistants, bearing oil cans in each hand. When, sans gas, your bus starts coughing, nowadays is not a shock. There's a station in the offing, 1 or more to every block.